So I already loosened this one up, and I'm just like taking the nut off. And then I'm gonna do, hopefully it works on this side too, because on the other side was pretty damn easy. That's like a hammer. Just bang right there. Hopefully it works the same exact way. I'm hoping it just pops out. Doesn't look it though. Well, be back. Alright, so far I've gotten the wheel off, and I am about to start taking the stock suspension off, and also the bolt for the ABS line, I think it is, and a couple other things I gotta take off. You know, it's not really hard, but I've never done on this car before, so I guess we'll see exactly how hard it is. So let's go. So need to take off this little bolt right here. Gotta take off this bolt, and the best way to do it is to put an open end or a wrench on this side. As you can see right there. This is right now I'm using a 3/4. It's probably like a 17 or 18, something like that, but I'm using a 3/4 on it. And the other side, I'm pretty positive is a 17. If you can see right there, right there. So I'm just gonna. So the best way to do stuff like this, I think, is to use a breaker bar first, break it loose, and just break it loose. Damn it! This is much harder with one hand. These type of tools, it's like way easier. So that's loose. Now I just gotta get the ones from the top, which is what I probably should have done first, but whatever. So I gotta get these three right here, and then it'll fall right out. Okay, something that I realized I had to do was loosen this and take this down, because there's not enough space to pull this right out. So that's how I did just now. I loosened this bolt up off, bang this out with a hammer, and now it's pretty much free. And I should be able to just pull this out now. I hope, at least. Okay, so that's out. Now to get the coilover. Alright, so now what I did was I put the coilover back on, as you can see. I'll put the coilover in, and then I screwed the nuts on the top, so that way it will hold it up. These three right here. And now I am jacking the hub back in place to put this bad boy back in, so that way it holds the rest of the coil. And then pretty much just reverse what you're doing. Well, I did the first time. Take this, put it on this end of the nut. Get it? I'm using my handy dandy tool right here. Good old Harbor Freight. To tighten it back up. thing I definitely want to recommend is that you do not strip either of these pieces. So make sure it's hand tight first, and then use whatever power tools or air tools you have. And then just get the top ones. Oh, trying to work. And boom, one side's pretty much done. So like I was saying, it's really not that hard. The main thing is just having the right tools to get you to be able to finish it faster. I'm gonna knock on the other side real quick, then I'm gonna show you how to do the back. Alright, so about to get started on the rear. And got these two bolts right here. Of course they need to come off. Have one bolt down here that needs to come off, and then have these three behind this carpet back here that need to come off. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with these three first, and then I'm gonna do two bolts and then the bottom bolt and slide it out. Be back in a bit. Okay, I'm going to this one. So, I'm going to go break ball. Alright. Okay. Alright. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a quick thing on how to DIY on how to do the rears. Started doing it on that side, but ran into a little snafu. So I'm gonna redo it. There's a couple things that I've learned from that side that it's just easier to do on this side because I know what to do. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So first things first. Once again, these bolts right here from those other stuff on the other side, it's kind of like, well, one's already missing, so whatever. But you have to use two bolts out, and you have three bolts on top. I'm gonna show you guys that in a little bit. You have this bolt right here on the bottom with a nut on the side. But to get the actual coilover out, you have to pry this down. So you got to loosen this. You got to take this whole freaking upper control arm off, and then once you take the upper control arm off, push this all the way down, so that way you're able to move this stock, struck, and shock out. Because what happens is, once you have all that stuff loose and this drops down, if you don't have this loose, what's going to happen is it's just going to stay there. So let this drop down, get like a pry bar, put in between here, like what I did, I put like through here and put it on something really just sturdy back there and pry it all the way down. I recommend getting help personally because that's what I did, but I'm going to get everything ready and then I do this side a little more faster. Cool. Sorry, loosen this one up. I'm just like taking the nut off, and then I'm gonna do. Hopefully it works on this side too, because on the other side it was pretty damn easy. I took a hammer, just right there. Hopefully it works the same exact way. I'm hoping it just pops out. Doesn't look it though. Oh, be back. Okay, so far the rears is the hardest to do. mainly because this bolt that goes into right here is such a pain in the ass. Like, I stripped the other one on the other side. Where did I put that piece of crap at? But I had to dismount the upper control arm so that way I could get this shocking freaking spring out. That's the only way that I've seen so far. I mean, it's probably another way, but to me that's the easiest way. If there is an easier way, please just comment in the box down below. That would be awesome. But now I have to take a freaking breaker bar or a pry bar, put it in between something, and get this all the way down so that way I can actually pull this down and out. So the back is a lot harder than I thought it would have been, so this is why it's taking me so long to do this. So yeah, but I'll be back in a little bit. Oh, what's up, mate? Got this other piece on. Got the other one out. I had to get some help from my friend real quick to be able to do that, because
You got it down too?
yeah, it's on. It's in
You good?
there. Yeah, I just gotta put the screw in.
Alright, bro.
Appreciate it, Chino.
Alright, bro.
Yo, I hope the Cubs win, man.
Hey, let me know whatever you need some help from the front.
Alright. So now it's gotta finish up and should be all done. Hopefully.